Welcome back to Apre. I'm very excited to be joined now in this casual stance at the bar at Chair 9 by Sam Dangremond, the web editor from Town & Country. Hello, how are you?
Oliver, thank you for having me. Doing very well.
Thanks for coming. I understand this is your first time in Aspen.
It is.
What's your take so far?
Well, I'm very happy I'm here and not back in New York.
Yes.
Which just got dumped on with snow. I went skiing this morning over at Snowmass, and it's incredible. It's like 60 degrees out, sunny. Thank you for bringing the good weather this weekend.
It is always fun to get to interact with somebody on their first trip to Aspen, because it sounds cheesy, but it's amazing. And so I know you'll be back after this. I understand you're going to Cloud 9 after this?
I am, yes.
Has anybody told you about what's going to happen at Cloud 9?
I've heard rumblings of champagne guns and a lot of Veuve Clicquot.
A lot of Veuve Clicquot. I wouldn't wear that.
Okay.
So
okay.
don't wear that, because they're gonna pop a lot of this and just spray it all over the place. Let's talk about Town & Country, one of my favorite publications. A little bit about the history there.
Thank you. So we've been in publication since 1846. It's actually the oldest continuously published American magazine, and a few years ago we figured out that the magazine had never had its own. It's been around for all these years. We just celebrated our 170th anniversary last year, but we've never had a cocktail with our own name. So we held a nationwide contest where we solicited recipes from bars and restaurants around the country to find the new Town & Country cocktail.
That's pretty amazing. I can't believe that it was overlooked for 170 years. What did you land on after all that time?
So it was a very scientific process. We had all these recipes from everywhere, as far as Dallas to right home in New York at the 21 Club. And we recreated them. Trevor Schneider, who was just on your show, was actually the bartender who recreated all the recipes for us at Harding's in New York City. And we had Leo Robitschek from Nomad and 11 Madison Park as one of the judges, and Jonathan Pogash, the cocktail guru, as another judge.
Some big names on the panel there.
So we recreated all of them. The winner was from a bar in Dallas, Texas called Boulevardier. A bartender named Eddie Aiken, and his take on the Town & Country is a blend of a Manhattan and an old fashioned. It's really a hybrid drink. It's bullet bourbon, Carpano Antico sweet vermouth, maple syrup from a very upscale maple syrup maker in upstate New York called Crown Maple Syrup, and then the last little special touch is apple bitters.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like, we like to say it's the new take on an old-fashioned, which is kind of what we'd say about Town & Country.
Perfect for Town & Country. So now every day at the office, you guys can have those come 4:30.
Always. I actually do have a bar cart at my desk.
That is amazing.
So I can make it.
I need a bar cart. Somebody make a note of that on my desk. Let's talk about the difference between creating content for print publications and for the web.
Yeah.
So many people consume their content now on the web, and I know it's a different audience and maybe a different type or length of content that you're producing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so we produce about 20 stories a day for the website. So we supplement the material that's in the print magazine with web exclusive material that runs on the website, and our readers love cocktails. It's honestly one of the most highly visited sections of our site. So we just did a story last week on spring cocktails. We're doing tequila cocktails, vodka cocktails, gin cocktails, pretty much any kind of cocktail you can think of, we have done a story on it.
And for you personally, as we're moving into spring, are you going to stick with the Boulevardier, or are you going to move out to something else as the weather gets warmer?
That's an interesting question, and I think we're due for a new Town & Country spring cocktail, because the Town & Country that we have is great. Like, I would drink it 365 days out of the year, but I think if we could get something made with like gin or maybe just a slightly lighter flavor, it would be a very interesting
I think you should do
companion.
I mean, I think you can do this seasonally. Every 6 months you need a new cocktail for Town & Country, and you can get all these guys to come help.
Totally.
And then you get to drink it too.
Totally.
It's perfect.
Trevor made a Southside yesterday, and that's kind of an unofficial cocktail of Town & Country. I did a story on the history of the Southside, which is fascinating because it was either created on the south side of Chicago or on the south side of Long Island, at a country club there, or beach club there, and it was passed from club to club. So it's really like the WASP cocktail.
Well, it's crazy about cocktails and all of the individual cocktails, even the name cocktail itself. There's so much history there, and there's so much conflict about who actually coined the term, where did it come from, what does it mean. I mean, you could delve into that for a lot of stories on Town and Country.
Totally,
For sure. We're obviously in kind of a crazy news cycle these days. A lot of it coming from social media outlets. What's on the horizon for you? What do you see kind of trending that you want to start to cover for Town and Country?
Well, actually, we've been covering a lot of Mar-a-Lago and Donald Trump recently because our readers are very interested in Palm Beach. It's a very TNT kind of place. So we've done. We recently did a travel guide to Palm Beach, and I've done a series of stories about Mar-a-Lago. One is about the history, which is fascinating. I mean, it was always, I don't know if you or viewers know this, but it was always intended to be the Winter White House. The woman who built it, the serial heiress Marjorie Merriweather Post, wanted it to be the Winter White House when she died, and she willed it to the U.S. government when she died in the 1970s. And then under President Carter, it was never really used as the Winter White House because it was so expensive. Carter and his administration gave it back to the Post family because they just decided it was
It's a lot of
too
upkeep.
expensive. Yeah. So then Donald Trump bought it. Now it's a private club, and
back to being the Winter White House.
Yeah, back to the Winter White House.
It's crazy.
Or so he says.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We enjoy all your work at Town and Country. I'm so excited for you to check out Cloud9. I can't wait to hear.
I can't wait.
So we'll see you later on tonight. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Aspen.
Thank you, Oliver.
Mayfly's going to take us out with a little something you might hear at Cloud9, and we're back with Vance right after this. Nice job, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So fun.
That was awesome. Oh, yeah.